I would like to introduce Professor D.K. Ganguly to all of you. Professor D.K. Ganguly was a full professor in the Department of Pure Mathematics for a long time, and he has served for the whole life, and he has produced so many PhDs and many internationally good papers. He retired in the year 2013. He is currently associated with many colleges of Kolkata, that is very important colleges, premier colleges. One is Bethune College, then as a Jyotsnamai Day, okay, full professor in mathematics. Okay, some chairs. He is also having some chairs. One at the what is called Bethune College. He is having a chair in Bethune College and another college. And his areas are fixed point theory, then multivariate functions, measure and integration, descriptive set theory, his research interests. And he is also associated with the Calcutta Mathematical Society publications, bulletin and journal of Calcutta Mathematical Society. And he was former secretary of the Indian Society for Nonlinear Analysis and an EC member of the Mathematics Consortium registered in Pune. And he is also a member of Board of Studies at Department of Mathematics, Jadavpur University. So we would like to have a talk of Professor Ganguly. So I hand over the mic to Professor Ganguly for his plenary talk.
Thanks to the organizer, especially Professor T. Shon, for inviting me to deliver a lectures. As because it is a nonlinear dynamical system, this is the first time I am delivering a lecture on discrete dynamical system. That is a survey work. And I am only focusing my attention on pure mathematics standpoint of view. Let me introduce first what is discrete dynamical system. Okay, it is visible?
Yes, it is come. Yes.
Okay, no problem. Okay, my topic is the structure of omega limit set of discrete dynamical system. This is a very interesting topic because the omega limit set plays a very important role in discrete dynamical system. Now, my overview is first introduction, then discrete dynamical system, omega limit set, general properties of omega limit sets, and dynamics of real valued function on the interval maps, continuous real valued function, and if time permits, minimal sets. The introduction, dynamical system allow to modeling various physical phenomena as well as natural phenomena by only describing their local behavior. It is important matter to study the global and limit behavior of such system. A possible description of the limit behavior is via omega limit set, but that is the set of points that can be the limit of sub-trajectories. Omega limit sets are important and interesting phenomena in the subject of dynamical system because it can be used to understand the long-term behavior of the dynamical system. Now what is the behavior of the system at a long time as time tends to infinity. There are many works has been done, treatments on the structure of dynamical system. I mentioned a few papers And if you are interested, you can go through the papers. That is the first paper is Agronsky and Buckner, my teachers. And there is also another paper by Belliru, and that is also mentioned in my reference. And despite some topological definition, omega limits is a very complex object, and it is explored in the paper, especially in May. He described even very simple function can have complicated dynamics. Dynamical behavior system behaves either in discrete time or in continuous time. In both cases, we are dealing with some initial position and dynamics of function. In discrete case, dynamics can, from condition at time n, and predict the position at time n plus 1. But in continuous case, dynamics associate the configuration at the time t, the derivative of the configuration. But I am not talking about that one regarding derivative. That derivative means the direction in which the system moves. So I will confine my attention on the discrete dynamical system. The discrete dynamical system is generated by continuous map and defined on a compact matrix space. So I confine my attention on a compact matrix space unless otherwise stated. First, we reviewing some central notion in discrete dynamical systems, and also introduce some specific definition and terminology to highlight a certain key aspect of our theory. So what is our main object? Main object is the topological and dynamical properties of omega limit set in a discrete dynamical system. That is I will give some definition and result of discrete dynamical system and the terminology and symbol which are used in the consistent with the result of the area. What is the dynamical system, orbit or trajectory? As you know, but our dynamical system is a pair, X and F. X is a compact set and F is a continuous mapping from X to X itself. So dynamics for a point at a point X, the dynamics of the trajectory, or I call orbit, sometimes called trajectory or orbit of X under F is defined by like this. And this is the for composition. Periodic point or cycle, as you know, because or if some positive integer, if fnx is equal to x, then x is called period of f. And if fj not equal to x or j less than n, then the period is called period of n. X has a period n. That means the n is the least positive integers for which fnx equal to x. That is sometimes called prime period. The period is defined by this notation, or it's sometimes called n cycle. I write Pf that the union n equal to 1 to n fnf, that is called the set of all periodic points of f. And what is the fnf? Fnf is nothing but the set of points for which fnx equal to x. And if the periodic point of order of period 1, that is f1f, that is called fixed point. And if we write this asymptotic periodic point, as you know that, there exists a periodic point z such that limit n tends to infinity, and these two trajectories are very near to each other. All periodic points, it is clear from definition, all periodic points are asymptotic periodic point. And if Pnf denote the set of periodic points of f with period n, then I can write Pnf equal to fnf minus fkf, for the union is taken all integer k less than n. So Pf I can write
union of all periodic points, I can write union of this. And it is X is called almost periodic point. If for every open set U containing X, there exists a positive integer n such that fmx belongs to U and n greater than 0, then if m plus kx belongs to U for k lies between this. If it is a one dimension, if it is an interval, then sometimes if I write fm equal to fm plus kx, then it is called almost periodic point. But I am taking on metric space. And I denote this is by AP, approximate periodic point, by this notation. So a point is called stationary point of the trajectory if x1 equal to fx0 equal to x0 and the simple sx, that is the starting point, equal to x1, and this sx will be used to denote the trajectory state. This sx can be regarded either as a state of dynamical system or a point satisfying this, that is the fixed point. That is xx may be regarded as a fixed point, that is the stationary point. I give an example, very simple example. Look at the system, dynamical system, and this every point, stationary point, satisfies this equation fx equal to x, and satisfies this equation without any regarding any value of a. I can immediately say that x0 is a fixed point, fx equal to 0 is a stationary point, as because it is a fixed point. And there is another fixed point. This x not equal to 0, then sx is a minus a by a, if a not equal to 0. This is the second stationary state. Stable and unstable stationary state. Stability, very important rule. So stationary state xx is state to be stable if for every r greater than 0, there exists a positive number delta. If the distance between initial point and the stationary state is very small, that implies the xn to be very near to the stationary state, less than equal to r. And this is called stability. And otherwise, that means that we have chosen how close we want to remain to Sx in future, that is choice of r. How close we remain to Sx in future, that is the choice of r. We can find how close we must start at the beginning, that is the existence of delta. Non-stationary point or unstable is there. So I can find a r greater than 0 such that for every delta greater than 0, we can find x0 for which this property holds. But x0 minus sx less than equal to delta, that and snx minus sx also greater than r, not less than r. That is, it is far away. So it is all unstationary or unstable. Look at the example. Look at the example. I am taking a simple function fx equal to 1 minus. Obviously, sx is a fixed point. So for every initial state x0, we have x1 equal to fx0. fx0 means this, and fx square x0 is this. So we have seen that this xn minus fixed point xx, that is 0.5, is same as, because in the two stage we get x0, x0.5. Same. So this is true for all n. So this fixed point is a stable. Very easy. Now I am giving another example. Now look at the example. If x equal to point x, if x is negative, less than equal to 0, and 2x, x greater than 0. So 0 is a fixed point, that is the 0 is a stationary point. Now when you move the orbit starting to the left of x0, then this function will converge to 0. So when the orbit starting from the right of x0, then power will be increasing, so it goes to infinity. Yeah, so that is 0 is not a stable point. If you move left of 0, it is converge to 0. If you move from right of 0, it is infinity. So 0 is not a stable, it is unstable. So this is the condition. Now a topological behavior, a topological transitive map. What's that? A map f x to x is topological transitive for any non-empty open set, pair of open set Q and V. I can find an integer, a positive integer, such that this iterative map, this fku, will always intersect with any two open set intersect. That is not empty. And what is topological exact map? That is topological exact map. That is the map is said to be topological exact if for any non-empty open set Q subset of X, I can find an integer, positive integer, for who is this FKU is a whole space X. And it is evident from the definition, any topological exact map is transitive map. But topological exact map is a transitive map, so but not converse is not true. That is, for example, consider the rotation of the circle, irrational rotation of circle. You can see that any open set will certainly need another open set. That is, it is transitive, but it is not topological exact map. Now, sensitive dependence to initial condition. This is a very important thing. In short, I write it SDIC, sensitive dependence to initial condition. A map is called sensitive dependence to initial condition if there exists a delta positive such that for every x belongs to x and every neighborhood n of x, I can find a point in this neighborhood and a positive integer n such that these trajectories, very near point trajectories, are deviated greater than danger. That is, if this happens, then I say that f is a sensitive independence to initial condition. F is SDIC, and that will lead to the chaos. So, the following definition used by Devaney, very important, India's written very important, and if you go to that book, and define the function which is unpredictable by discrete regularity. And this is a chaotic map. I give the function is chaotic map. A map is called chaotic if it is topological transitive, having n set of periodic points and SDIC, sensitive dependence initial condition. But I take this example from Devaney, and if you go through the example, that is a doubling point, I take the unit circle, and if I denote the theta a point like cos theta sin theta on the circle, 0 less than theta less than 1, I consider the map of unit circle to unit circle by the definition like this: g theta equal to 2 theta mod 2 pi. Then this is a doubling angle. That means g simply doubles the angle at a point S in a positive axis. That is doubling method. And it can be shown that G is a chaotic map because the periodic points is a density. And you can easily calculate the periodic points, and that the periodic points is nothing but the 2 power 8 minus 1 root of unity. And this is the picture. This is the picture of the doubling map, and this all the arcs are equal. these periodic points are dense, but if you go further and further, there is a large number of periodic points, and so the periodic point can be proved that it is a dense set. So, but there is a result. Continuous transitive map on a metric space have a dense set of periodic points at K1. I use the result to conclude that doubling map is a K1. And you are already known about the 10 map. You know the 10 map. 10 map is very important. What is the 10 map? I have not drawn the picture, but I can only read out. If I is an interval 0, 1, and if the parameter small x taken from the interval 1 to 2, then the 10 map from I to I is defined by f parameter xx equal to xx if x belongs to 0 to half and x into 1 minus x if x belongs to half 1, then this is for a 10 map, and you can show that that 10 map is very familiar and very well known, and that 10 map is also a Cavite nature. Now I start with the omega limits. It is a very interesting now, you know what? Very simple. I already mentioned very simple function have a complicated dynamic. That is mentioned by May or May. We look the ways to gain overall understanding how the system is behaving, particularly long term. Omega limit say give us a way of doing this. The omega limit say gives us the way how the system behaves, how the dynamical system behaves in long time. What is omega limit? Omega limit set if x is a point, the omega limit set of x at a point is defined by like this. All the limit point of the sub-trajectory. That means there is y that is such that there exists a subsequence of the natural number. Subsequence of the natural number for which x can take this sub-trajectory tends to 1. That is the y is the limit point of the sub-trajectory. That is the point is called the omega limit set of the point A and of A at the point X. So it is very easy to see that I can express omega limit set as a union of the trajectory A by X closer, then take the union from I greater than equal to A, then take intersection. This closer means the closer of the set. That omega limit set contains a finite number of points. Finite set. If the point is asymptotic to me, if the point is asymptotic to me, this omega limit set is finite. Omega limit set, if the point is periodic, if the point is periodic, then omega limit set will emphasize the integral function of the orbit. And it is clear that from Buckner proved that if A and B be two omega limit set, their union cannot be omega limits. And even two intersect, their union cannot be omega limits. Here I go to the point of recurrence point. This RF, I define the RF, the set of recurrence points, the set of points for which x belongs to the omega limits. This is called recurrent points of A, and I with lambda f is the collection of all omega limit sets. X belongs to x. X belongs to x is the collection of all omega limit sets at the point x is the omega limit points set of omega limit. So RF and IF. Now, non-ordinary. That is a non-ordinary point means the point x belongs to x is called non-ordinary points of A. If every every open set U containing X, there is this a positivity theorem such that this effect intersection is not empty. That is the non-wandering point. That is the non-wandering point, and this non-wandering point is denoted by omega F. There is another concept, chain recurring point. Chain recurring points means a point is called chain recurring point of X, but each epsilon there is a sequence, finite sequence. The initial point and terminal point are the same. And another condition, V of xi plus 1 must be less than epsilon. Chain recurring point I denote by symbols. And there is a very interesting relation, very easy to prove that. If xd is a compact vector space and f is a continuous function, a dynamical system has a like that, the periodic point, the fixed point is a subset of periodic point subset of approximate periodic point. This is a chain relation. Rf is a set of omega limit point, and this is the non-wandering. This is a relation. Now, how the structure of f, fixed point of f? I'll be noting this information. What is the structure of the fixed point of a periodic point of f? This is an f sigma set. This is a topological f sigma set. And what is a recurring set? What is the structure? This is nothing but d delta set. And this relation immediately follows. And there is a non-wandering point, gamma x. It is also set. And set of all chain recurring points is also inclusive. These are the topological properties of the set. Now I go to the general properties of omega matrix. This is very interesting. What is the general topological property of omega matrix? Now, omega limit set definition. I put a metric space X. This is a dynamical system. X is a compact. F is a continuous map from X to X. Now, I define the invariance. A set F, subset of X, is called F invariant for some type of invariant if this is. Again, A of n contains the contained n. If the image of n is below n is equal to n, this is called Sturm invariant or sometimes called S invariant. Now, simple idea of omega limit set is a very active. What is active? This definition is taken from Hills. The subset A of X is said to be vector of X. X is running from X to X by already mentioned. If F is non-empty, compact, strongly invariant, and there is an open level of F such that if I take any point from X fraction of any point X from the open level, and if the fnx is the trajectory and the distance between A and this point tends to 0, then we call A is a vector. That is the system, the orbit is very near to the set A. Periodic orbit of A, periodic orbit A of a point under the map is said to be attractive or stable. That's for attractive or stable. If A is a
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Sir,
Okay.
sir, your voice is very low actually.
Voice is low.
Yes, sir.
I cannot.
So now it's okay, I think.
Now, sometimes due to net problem, I think so. Now it
Okay.
is okay?
Yes, sir, perfectly
Yes, sir.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
sorry.
sir. Okay, sir.
So if A is an attractor, then periodic orbit, that is the orbit of that is the trajectory, I call the attracting. Now omega limit set is the attractor of A. Very interesting result. Our omega limit set is an attractor of F when F is restricted on the orbit, this orbit of F, but not the whole space. If F is restricted, when F is restricted on X, then it is not a attractor. But if you restricted F on the orbit of X, then this omega limit set is an attractor, but may not attractor for whole space. That example is given if you see the May paper I have mentioned, and he also give an example of a function from interval 01 to 01 for attractor. Now, invariantly connected set. A closed invariant subset A of X is said to be invariantly connected if it cannot be represented as the union of two non-empty disjoint closed invariant set. I already mentioned the definition of invariant set. If the set cannot be expressed as a union of two disjoint invariant set, then it is said to be invariantly connected. Then there is a very good result. Suppose xf is a dynamical system. Here x is a compact set, f is a continuous function, and x belongs to x. If the orbit closure is compact, then the orbit closure is compact. It can be proved that. And then omega x set is, then what is the omega limit set? The nature of the omega limit set is non-empty, closed, I already mentioned, strongly invariant, sorry, and invariantly connected. This omega limit set, that is the structure of omega limit set, that is the closed, it is very easy, strongly invariant and invariantly connected. Following is the corollary of the above theorem. When X is compact, each non-empty closed subset is compact. So it is very easy. We know that. Achha. And X be a dynamical system, X, then this omega XF is a perfect set. Do you know the perfect set is a closed and dense in itself, that is called perfect set. That is, a perfect set is a closed set having no isolated point. That is called perfect set. So that is a very interesting result. X is a dynamical system with X compact, then omega limit set will become a perfect set for any point X belongs to the recurring point minus periodic point. For not for all X, but when X belongs to this set. There is another concept of dynamical system that is called weak incompressibility. That is weak incompressibility. A subset of X is said to be weakly incompressible, or sometimes X has weakly incompressibility. Or set is weakly incompressible if for any non-empty closed set, if M is a closed set, then any non-empty closed subset of A, then M intersection and the complement of M with respect to A, that closure is non-empty. If this happens, then A set is said to be incompressible. And otherwise, we can state the result in different way, alternative way with respect to open set. If U is an open subset of A, so I write if this happens, F U closure, because it is an open set, I write it U and put M instead of A minus U. So from this result, I can easily prove easily deduce that one. So it is an alternative definition in terms of open set. That if this happen, if the set is non-empty, then I say the set subset of A is weakly incompressible. And for dynamical system, except for dynamical system except for dynamical system except, that is the result, very interesting result, that is proved by Sarkovsky. He proved that dynamical system except with X compact, X belongs to X, the omega limit set is has weakly incompressibility. That is weakly incompressible. It is now another concept, that is the epsilon pseudo orbit. Epsilon pseudo orbit is a very important concept.
Sir, we are running out of time, late of time. So can you conclude another 5 minutes so that we can have the next talk
5 minutes.
by Sanya C. Raju?
Okay, let me. Okay. So, okay. Let X is a dynamical system. I call it ICT. ICT is a very important concept. So, except is a dynamical system. A set, a subset of X is called ICT, that is
Yes.
internally chain transitive.
Yes.
If every pair of points xy belongs to A, epsilon greater than 0, and I take 2 points, and I take any 2 points, between any 2 points, I take finite number of points like this, and I think, but having length m greater than 1. If this happens, that is the first point is x0 and last point is y, and in between x and y, I put the finite number of points and number of length of the interval greater than 1. And that is the number of points greater than 1. If a equal to x, then we say f is chain transitive. That is called chain transitive. Okay, then that is a proposition. X be a compact metric space, X is continuous if F is internally closed chain transitive, ICT, then S is strongly invariant. Dynamical system except is ICT, has the property ICT. Okay, and this transitive, that is strongly invariant, and dynamical system has an ICT property. That's okay. Then there is a connection between internally chain transitive and weakly transitive. If A be a closed set, then these are equivalent. And there is a connection between there is a theorem. The following theorems are equivalent. A is internal ICT, weakly incompressible. A is chain invariant. No proper subset of A is an attractor of A. And A is the omega limit set for some asymptotic pseudo orbit. And this is the result. And I already mentioned that omega limit set may be a finite set for asymptotic periodic one. And this is the result. This is the result, one of the results, very important result. And this map, I've told you, I mentioned before that any transitive map, if F is a transitive map, then that X is the whole space X is the omega limit set for some X. If F is a transitive, if and only. So I characterize the omega limit set. And dynamics, there are a lot of work has been done about the dynamics of a function F, real valued function,
from compact interval I to I. And I already mentioned what is the behavior of the function. If f is a closed set, then f, that closed set is an omega limit set for some continuous function from interval to interval, if and only f is nowhere dense set or finite union of non-degenerate closed interval. And Buckner and Smithal had two very interesting results. Every compact nowhere dense subset of f of a compact interval is a omega limit set. Every compact nowhere dense subset of f is an omega limit set. And if f is a continuous function belongs to Ci to I, if I denote the class of all omega limit set, collection of all omega limit set, endowed with a housed up metric, and this will become a metric space. This will become a metric space. And this is another result of Buckner-Cedar, and this is that is the Buckner-Cedar. And they took the following result. They define a function. They define a function on the x on the interval. Omega xf is the omega limit set, and they take the function from continuous function from interval to interval. I take this function omega f. What is the behavior of this function? That behavior is mentioned by this. That omega f function is continuous, and fn is equicontinuous, and omega f square is continuous. Fixed point of omega f square can be written like this, and omega is lower semi-continuous, and it is also upper semi-continuous. And Aurelio and Steele, there is another type of typical type of continuous function. I have no time because I can mention what is typical type. That is a continuous function on a residual set. A typical type of continuous function, this mapping is continuous on a residual subset of I. These are the, now the question, Buckner proved that if x is a compact metric space and f is a continuous function from x to x, then this omega f function belongs to Baire class 2. Baire class 2, but I cannot mention the time, but I cannot mention what is Baire class 2, but I only mention the pointwise limit of a sequence of continuous function. That function belongs to Baire class 1, and then pointwise limit of a sequence of function which belongs to Baire class 1 or Baire class 0, that is called Baire class 2 function. This omega f is a Baire class 2 function. Now my question, what is the open question? What is the dynamical system? What is the relation between the dynamical system of x, f compose g, for the dynamical system xf and xg? Now this, even x equal to 0, 1, much, there is not much known about this result when x equal to 0, 1. So I can stop here. That is, I step it. This is a scenario.
Should I stop?
Yeah. So let me, so one or two questions,
Okay.
if there are.
Because time is short, so I am so hurried, Professor Som.
Yes,
I know
so
we
good
are running out of time, and therefore we had to
So,
go
yeah,
in
it is an
hurry.
interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, my
please.
question is that we had studied that dynamical system is a system consisting of differential equation in which time is the dependent variable. And here you have considered the dynamical system in which it is a pair of where first tuple is the set and second tuple is the continuous function. So, sir,
Right.
how these two dynamical systems are related to each other?
Now, because I already mentioned that the dynamical system is two parts. That the discrete dynamical system, that is the dealing with the iteration of continuous function, right? Another dynamical system that is also a continuous dynamical system that is dealing with the differential equation. I am not dealing with the differential equation. In the differential equation, you can iterate, and also you can, there is another way. But Lyapunov function, stability, that is another way. But I am talking about the discrete dynamical system is behavior regarding the pure mathematics standpoint of view. That is the continuity and compactness, stability, this is the intention. I am not going to go discuss about the continuous dynamical system that involves the derivative, that there's a change of direction. I am not dealing with that. That is another way.
But sir, in discrete dynamical system, when we take the codomain, the set of integers or natural numbers, then we can also define the discrete dynamical system by using the differential equations also.
Yeah, but yeah, I am not dealing with that part. But if you use the difference, suppose if you use the Newton-Raphson method, it is one kind of dynamical system, right? You have iteration, you have a function, right? And you can get the fixed point, then you get a result. So this is another way. And if you take that, if the derivative, in case of derivative is positive and a mod f dash x less than 1, that is a stable. In this way, the dynamical system can be studied by many authors in 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. That is, I am dealing with the only topological view.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So let me thank to Professor Ganguly for a very illuminative and very nice talk on discrete dynamical systems and on omega Levit sets.
Okay.
And now we are going to go to the next talk of this session by Professor Sannyasi Raju of IIT Madras.